Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III as we are playing as King Richard I of England. Alright, so if you guys recall from last episode, King Richard is not going to be alive for much longer. Probably just a couple months here, if that. I think it'll be likely in January, considering the fact that that was when we got the 1 year notification due to that perk we have. The 1 year notification that he will be dying. We'll be playing as King Adam, and boy is he a different character, so it'll be interesting playing as him. But let's go ahead and get started in today's episode, where we're currently at war with France, trying to protect our interest here in Brittany. So we're trying to engage in a battle here, one that's preferable for us. Now these guys are now locked to attack right there. Now, I believe if we attack here with these troops, this guy is going to be stuck here. He's going to have no choice but, he's stuck moving over here. So I don't think he'll be able to get away in time before we get there. And so I do expect that we will win. Now, if this army was not to go, then we don't know how that would turn out. So we are going to send both armies over here. And let's just see how things go. So he can't leave. I assume the 5,000 men will come back. Oh, and we died a little bit earlier than I thought. King Richard has passed from this world. So the King Richard of England rests in the arms of the Lord at 51 years of age. He died from his internal injuries. Mangled in a terrible accident, he spent his last years barely able to walk. King Adam ascends to the throne, well-spoken and outgoing. Many expect Adam to have no problem charming the court to his side. So we can just kind of see here if there's any new things we didn't know about. Of course, he finished up the whole of body lifestyle. Fought in 8 total wars, and we played as him for only 14 years. I think we played as William I for 20-something, 26 years, something like that. Now playing as Adam here, he has an established level of fame. He is dutiful when it comes to his level of devotion, so the base levels for both of those. Has already fought in 4 defensive conflicts. If you guys remember, he was the Duke of Mercia for a time, and then he was overthrown. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue as King Adam. Let's go ahead and pause this and see how our realm is looking now that we're going to be a new character. That's going to change up quite a few things. You notice we did lose a lot of levies. That won't affect the levies we currently already have deployed. But yeah, we did lose some troops here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the opinion of our council, because it might actually be higher. Remember, King Adam is a very likable guy, despite the fact, or maybe because of the fact, that his father played such a little role in his upbringing. He's actually a pretty good guy. He's temperate, which means according to Adam, it's best to enjoy things in moderation. This is increasing his stewardship, giving him a health boost, and of course has some opinion bonuses and penalties. And we're also going to be getting more piety, so that'd be helpful. We're also patient, and that's going to increase our hostile scheme resistance, and also increase the opinion of all our vassals, and give us a little bit of learning. And that means that we wait and bide our time. And then lastly, we are gregarious, increasing our diplomacy, attraction, opinion, personal scheme power. So overall, we're a very likable guy, very, very different from our father. In fact, we're probably going to love to throw a feast. That's most likely what I'm going to do here at the start, throw a feast, try and get our opinion up. He does have some health issues. He's spindly. His limbs are long and knobby. And he didn't have the best education, so in addition to the education being kind of cruddy, that did result in him not having as high of diplomacy as I'd like. It's very average. Overall, he's a pretty average guy, a little bit terrible at certain things, particularly intrigue, just not really his specialty. He also comes to the throne with negative prestige because of that marriage, I'm guessing, or maybe because when he lost his titles here, but overall his prestige is not great. Alright, so this is our new character. He inherited all of our titles. And everything looks good here. This might actually change, though. I'm not entirely sure. Remember, we don't have a spouse yet because we got to wait till she comes of age, which will be about 2 years, I think. Almost 2 years. Do we need to change anything here? We're disrupting schemes right now. I suppose that's fine. We might need to change this up, though. Is everybody a powerful... Yep, they're all powerful vassals. We're training commanders. Let's go and switch to organized levies. Consider the fact that we do have a lot lower levies than we did before. And one thing of note here with the Duke Errand is that he is having a rebellion. And it does look like he'll probably win it. It's just one count that is rebelling against him. But he does have a rebellion here. and he is our steward. As far as our not our steward, here's our chancellor. As far as our steward goes, he is not great, but he would be much better in other jobs, actually. The problem, of course, is that Earl Edriff, that's pretty much all he could do is the marshal. So I don't think we need to change anything here, guys. I think it's all good to go. We could change this guy to get us a new claim. We already have a claim on, well, actually, we might not have a claim on anything. Yep, that's right. We're going to have to form a new claim because our father had that and it was never pressed. All right, so let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on this county again. We'll have to do it a second time. That's okay. All right, what's this? Oh, no lifestyle chosen. So we're going to go down the diplomacy tree. We haven't done this yet. He did start it. He did the family hierarch, and he got the befriend, so he can now use the befriend scheme. Now, one thing I'd like to note when it comes to the perk trees, and this doesn't really apply to this character, but it had been addressed on our previous character when I was looking at whether I wanted to reset the perks or not. And a lot of people were saying that doesn't seem very roleplay, resetting the perks since the character had chosen this route himself. Here's the thing though, guys, when it comes to which route they go, it's almost completely random. I think there's like one or two things they consider. There's really nothing to it. They have like one or two things they consider when it comes to which one of these they pick. And then which one of these trees they pick is almost entirely based off of what they went with for the lifestyle focus. And again, it's not really influenced by anything. It's not influenced by their character traits. It's not influenced by their skills. It's not influenced by their situation in life. Again, Paradox has utterly failed in this department that they have failed in on every single game they've ever made, where the AI just doesn't consider anything in their decisions. They just make most of the decisions they make are very, very random, which I think is one thing that makes their AI so terrible and also so lifeless. And again, I love Crusader Kings III. It's a great game. I love Paradox games, but this is the problem that they have consistently had. All it would take is to add some AI will do modifiers to say, hey, if he has this trait, he's more likely to go diplomat, or if he has this situation in his life where it makes more sense to go with the August perk tree, then he'll go with that. It doesn't seem like it's that hard. As a modder, I can say that it's not that hard, but Paradox just refuses to do it. They don't do it with any of their games, and it's really unfortunate because it makes the AI feel kind of lifeless and just completely random. And so I don't feel like, again, this is not for what we're going to do with this character because there's no reason to reset it. He only has one perk. But I don't feel like we're tied to go down this tree just because he went down it, because again, it's completely random. It's not based on anything. So as a role play, again, some people thought that was not very role play to reset perks or go down a different tree. And I have to say I disagree, because as a role play, we're playing based on our character's traits and skills and his situation in his life at that moment. We're not basing this off of the AI randomness, which one of these they just randomly decided to choose. That doesn't seem very roleplay to me. So I just have to say I do disagree with that sentiment, that we can't reset our perks so that we have to go down this tree because he did. And that's just my reasoning. If you disagree, I'd love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. So lifestyle focus, where you can go foreign affairs, majesty, or family. We've never done the diplomacy tree in this series. So with the foreign affairs focus, we can get +3 diplomacy. That's the basic one. Majesty is going to increase our prestige, give a little bit of diplomacy. And then the family focus is going to increase fertility and give +2 diplomacy. Well, let's just take a look at our character again, his traits. I know he's temperate and gregarious, and he's patient. Okay, I wouldn't say that any of those indicate we'd go with one route over the other as far as these 3 lifestyle focuses go. Maybe not majesty focus. Yeah, I might not go for that one. Maybe foreign affairs or family. I think we're going to do the foreign affairs focus. Yeah, I think that's the one for us to go for. So we're going to get that, guys. We'll figure out which one of the perk trees we're going to go down once we get our first perk. Alright, so we have a few things we need to do now that we're playing as a new character. First of all, we need to start swaying again. Couldn't really do much swaying as our father because he didn't like doing it, being shy. But as a gregarious character, this is absolutely what he wants to do. We can also befriend other characters if we so desired. Now, one of the first things that King Adam did when he took the throne is to head to the, we won't say the dungeon, the location where Duchess Enid had been put on house arrest. He had to meet this infamous Duchess, who he's heard about through his life, who had just recently been released and then put back in prison by his father. And he had to meet her himself. And when he met her, he found himself stricken with feelings that he's never felt before. Some may say this is lust. This is lust from a 20-year-old young man. But for our young King Adam, for him it felt like love. He doesn't know what it is, if it's the way she talks to him or the way she looks at him, or her honesty regarding her life experiences here in house arrest, where she's been locked up for almost her entire life. But he felt sympathy for her. And as I said, I think he believes that he might be in love with her. And thus, he has decided to not only release her from the prison, which he's going to do with no requirements. This is just him releasing her. He will lose 10 dread from doing so. We will get 20 opinion bonus, but that won't have any effect because she hates us. Absolutely hates us. But he now wants to sway her. And he might want a little bit more a little bit later, but of course we won't have very good chances of trying to seduce her or anything like that until we first get her opinion up. So he's going to start swaying the duchess. He probably should put her on the council as well. Now there isn't really an open position on the council, but we really don't care about Earl Baldwin at all, though he is one of our more talented characters. We could replace Earl Edwulf, I suppose. Yeah, maybe that's who we replace. That will, of course, make him quite unhappy. He does have 3 counties as well. I think that's probably the worst of the characters, though. I mean, and that's not really saying much because he's a decent character. He is a knight, though, so he's probably fairly likely to die. So we're going to go ahead and replace him. Now, I don't know that this is what the Duchess is going to be best at. We'll probably put her into our Spymaster slot, which will be super smart because she hates us. And so we're going to make her our Spymaster. But again, King Adam is absolutely smitten with this older woman. And so we're going to be moving some characters around. So we're going to move him over to the position of Marshal. And let's go ahead and find him in here. He'll be our new Marshal, 19 Marshal skill. And then we'll switch her. Yeah, we'll switch these two. I think that's the best way to do this. And that would be, let's see here, he's an 11, I believe. Yeah, right here. So she'll be our Spymaster with her negative 50 opinion because she desires some earldoms that we have. And so it's these 2 titles here that she's unhappy that we have. These are, of course, under our counts, and it's under the same count. So there's no reason for us not to make... And then we won't have to deal with this guy anymore either. This guy we just pissed off. Alright, that makes perfect sense. We will lose him as a knight, so that'll be unfortunate. But it's fine. Let's go ahead and give her that vassal, Earl Edriff, if we can find him in here. Here he is. And she will accept, and that will increase her opinion of us, and we lose those 2 penalties. So now we have a plus 40 opinion with her. She likes us quite a bit. And we're still going to keep the swaying up, but then after we do it one time, maybe we'll look into doing something else. Maybe look into doing a seduction? No, a romance. This is not about lust for King Adam. He thinks he's in love with her. And of course, he hasn't even met his young wife yet, but she's a young girl far away in other lands. He doesn't know her. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be working on. We're not going to work on killing anybody right now. We won't do that scheme just yet. I don't think that's necessary. Let's focus on this war here. We're going to go and destroy these 2,000 men real quick. Should have advantage just slightly. Just a slight advantage. We do have the defensive advantage, which is why I wanted to fight here in the forest. There we go. Alright, so things are going favorable. This should be an easy battle where we kill a lot of dudes. Let's go and take a look and see how much that contributed to the war score. A plus 7%. And we only lost 74 dudes. They lost 915 men. So quite a few. Let's go ahead and take a look at the events. It looks like our knight was wounded. Okay. Alright, so I want to say that we're probably missing a knight. Yeah, we actually need to get a new commander here. This is the commander of our main army. We could put Earl Baldwin in charge, I suppose, but the whole reason why we had the other guy in charge was because he had that one trait for sieging, so there's really no reason to not put Earl Hugh back in charge. Oops, I'm messing this up, guys. Let's change him out, and we'll put Earl Baldwin in charge of this army here. He has the Reaver and the Cautious Leader. Okay. Definitely not one we wanted for our main army. And then with this army here, the main one will put Earl Hugh in charge, which he is a better commander. So they're sieging here, so we'll have to go take those guys out. We'll probably attack them now. I want to say that's in the hills. So yeah, we've got a good chance of easily winning here. So let's go and send Earl Hugh there now, though he'll likely leave. Yeah, it looks like he's going to leave here. But we do have a good chance of winning. With the other army, let's go ahead and send these guys. Where do we want them to go? We want to start doing a siege. Now you see Brittany's doing a siege there. In fact, we might have to help him out here. Oh yes, I think we're going to need to help out there, guys. Well, let's go and start our own siege. I want to go here, but I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. What we might need to do is go to Paris. Now, would we win this battle here by ourselves? Let me just double check this and see. Would he win that? He would win that, despite the fact that it's just levies. So we're going to go ahead and do that battle, and I know it's going to be a little bit rough, but that's okay, because we need to come over here to support these our ally here, just in case they decide to attack him. We get another guest. We got another ghost. We got 2 ghosts, guys. Is there anything we need to do here? We could ask for some money. Yeah, let's go and do that. We could use that. Plenty of criminals we can arrest as well. I don't think that's going to be necessary. I'd really like to hold a feast, but we are broke. We are incredibly broke, so we really need that money from the Pope. And then we won't be able to get anything. I wish they hadn't moved here. Alright, so greetings, King Adam of England. He's going to give us the money. Excellent. So we do have enough to throw a feast, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to host a feast, and you know we're going to love this. We're also going to lose stress, even though we don't actually have any stress right now. But being gregarious, we lose stress from any feast. And we're just going to do this to try and get opinion up with all of our vassals, which for the most part they all like us, or a little bit anyway. And we are getting the money from the realm priest as well, but not much. We've got to get opinion up with him. But again, our focus is very much on the Duchess in need here. Available dynasty legacy. Nice. We finally got our renown up. So this will be the first legacy that we get of the series, and we have a lot of different choices. Remember, they get more expensive the further along you go. It's 1,000 for the first one here, and we have several options. We can go with the House of Warriors, which gives us +2 prowess and +15% knight effectiveness. And remember, this applies to all members of our dynasty, not just ourselves. We have the Mostly Fair, which is going to increase popular opinion by +5. We have Ominous Reputation, which gives us a +20% dread. We have the Noble Veins, a chance of inheriting good congenital traits, and that's increased by +30%. Vibrant Court, courtier and guest opinion +10, better guests will be attracted. Desirable Match, +30 on the marriage acceptance. So I feel like King Adam would go down the glory route, respect and loyalty with which others want to be associated, because it's the most diplomatic route. You know, he's a diplomatic guy. Guile, I don't think that's fitting for him. Law is more like an admin. Obviously, warfare is warfare. So yeah, I feel like just looking at our character, we could go with this one. This is more of a learning one, though, of course. I feel like that's the most diplomatic of all of them. And so that's the one we're going to go for. It does increase our marriage acceptance by +30. I just think that's the most fitting for King Adam. So that is going to make it much easier for us to get desirable marriages. The people are more likely to accept it. Okay, so they did retreat here, unfortunately. That's not what I wanted to see happen. These guys are going to battle there. It looks like they're probably not going to take off either because, you know, this is a levy army. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Let's go and move here. I'm hoping that'll result in him staying. Maybe not. We have our feast event. The guests are gathered in the great hall. Lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. All right, excellent. All right, so yeah, he's not going to attack us here, as you'd expect. We could just kind of ghost him. Well, let's let this guy get back here. But yeah, maybe we'll ghost him up along here and see if we can't get him to attack us across a river. We'll see, guys. Probably not. I don't think we'll get there in time. Feast, the Stew Sea. In a drunken stumble, Earl Gerard unlatched an enormous cauldron hanging over the fireplace in the middle of the feasting hall. Savory broth welled forth to cover half the room in a sea of stew. The proud Mayor Hamelin, seated next to the cauldron, was caught by the rushing wave and loudly cursed his ruined appearance as grease ran down his face. Guests rushed to the other side of the hall as the thick mass spread greasy tendrils among the skipping feet. So we're going to lose prestige because of this disaster. God damn it, Earl Gerard. Yeah, you should be ashamed. He's looking ashamed. Like a little kid who just got caught stealing cookies. Alright, so again, we're going to try and... Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to do this just yet. We'd be vastly outnumbered here. It doesn't look like we'll get there before them, so we don't get the river bonus. And we would be able to beat the 3,500 men, but then you bring in this other additional 2,600, and then it doesn't look so good at that point. So let's just stay here and not engage them there. If they decide to attack us, maybe we'll move. Maybe we might be better off in the mountains, but we need to support this guy. We could go back some. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do, because I think we're actually, either way, we're going to be losing supply. Doesn't look like there's any supply in any of these provinces. Frankly, I think our army might be a little bit too large. Yeah, just a bit. Alright, so there's really nowhere to go unless we're to come up here. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go this way and then maybe come over here and try and collect a little bit of supply up, see what they do. Maybe they'll attack us in the forest. Most likely they're going to go after that army, in which case we'll have to go support them. So this battle is happening, and it does look like they have the advantage bonus, or at least they did right there. So ends another feast. All my guests go home satisfied while I remain, proud of my display of generosity. That said, Earl Gerard might carry more shame than satisfaction after overturning the cauldron. Cleaning up will not be cheap. So this is going to cost us money. That's unfortunate. However, we do get that opinion boost with everybody, so that's going to be helpful. But yeah, the war right now is costing us quite a bit of money. We'll have to see if they attack us there. We'll have the forest bonus, but overall, yeah. I mean, I think he might go this way. Yeah, I believe he's going to go up around here. But yeah, we have the forest bonus, but I don't know if that would be enough to get the win here against such overwhelming odds. So we might need to retreat. And again, we're still not getting supply here either. So we might go ahead and retreat to the hills here to get the supply, but we'll have to go this way. Alright, so this battle's still ongoing. Of course, they have 1 man in arms while we don't have any. But we did vastly outnumber them. So we're looking pretty good in that regard. So that should be another boost to the war score. Maybe not. It didn't look like we got any war score from that. Okay, so that's unfortunate. A lot of vehicles going by today. There's no knights in this, so we're not going to look at the battle and how that went. The point is we did push them away. And it looks like they're retreating as well. So let's go ahead and go after... I almost just want to go straight to the capital. Yeah, I think that may be what we do. We would take attrition, though, unless we took... I guess we can go and take this one first. Just because this other army's so far behind, we need them to catch up. Now, it does look like they're going to attempt to attack these guys again. And let's just stay here and see if that's what they're doing. We'll let them cross the river. It does look like that's what they're doing. So what we need to do is stay 1 province away. Like, you know, it'd actually be 2 provinces, technically. But... we need to stay far enough away where they attack them. The question is, can we get there in time? I don't know that we can. We'll have to see. We'll see, guys. Alright, so we're going to siege down this province here. These guys, you know what, it might be better to go here and then here, because I think it's quicker. I'm not entirely sure, actually. But it looks like it will be quicker to travel from here to here. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so we'll go that way then. We'll go right here. So we need to stay far enough away where they'll attack, because remember, attacking across a ford, those guys aren't going to stay there, though. Yeah, I guess I didn't consider that fact, that they'll just keep on retreating. I wonder if we can get there in time. Probably, yeah. That's not going to take them that long to pass there. Alright, well, we're keeping the army distracted while we siege down provinces, so that's what matters here. And our... oh, no! No! She died, guys. She was murdered by the Countess of Cheshire? Wow. Well, we have to find this Countess. We have to find her and deal with her. Yeah, she's a murderer. Everybody knows about it. Paranoid, cynical, sadistic. She's a terrible person. I feel like we just can't, we just can't allow her to get away with that. We were in love with the Duchess. So I feel like we're going to try and imprison her. Maybe we'll just try and murder her. Imprison her would likely not succeed. And so if we really want to get revenge on her, I think the best way to do this would be to murder her. That's how unhappy we are with this situation. So let's go and start the scheme to murder the Countess because she murdered the love of our life. The love of our life, guys. Or at least that's what we thought. So we already have agents. Apparently she's very much hated in her realm. Not surprising at all. We don't need to hire anybody because everybody hates her. And so we're going to try and take her out in 18 months. We're going to kill her. We do need to find somebody else to sway. Also, we're going to need to appoint a new spy master. Looks like Prince Richard and Duke William the IV. So remember, William, I think, is our Uncle William's son over there in Normandy. And so he's a powerful noble, as is our brother. So which one do we want to appoint? Well, our brother would make an excellent steward, so I think he should move to stewardship. And I believe Duke William's probably going to get left out in the dark for right now because he does not have any skills. Unfortunately, Duke William will not be getting a position. We'll be appointing Prince Richard here, and then we'll be switching him out for the Duke. Alright, so we actually ended up having a better spy master than we did under the Duchess, of course, but it's just not worth it, the losses that we took here. Let's go and increase opinion with the Archbishop. We'll sway him. Alright, fantastic. Anything else we need to be aware of? No. So we can go and continue focusing on this conflict. He is attacking up this way. Let's go ahead and move. They might attack there, in which we would help. Oh no, they got engaged. Can we help out enough to win this battle? I don't actually know. But I think I'm willing to try. We don't see any notification about it. I think they'll probably win fairly quick here. Yeah, there's no reason to do this. We're just going to come up this way. We'll try and get this supply back. Oh, it looks like we're actually doing good on supply now. So they do seem to be chasing us down. So we're going to want to be in the hills if they attack. If they start coming over this way, then we'll have to bring him over here. It does look like they want to siege here, so we would have to siege that back down. They do seem to be going that way. We did get a prisoner, a countess here, as well as 4 others. We'll have to take a look at those. And we got 27 gold. So let's go ahead and now move towards the capital, go after Paris. Now that we won't get any attrition hit. It didn't take that long for us to get that one province there. So with this character, or this army, I don't know if we should support him here or go after the siege. I assume he'll attack them. So what we should probably do is just head on over here to support. Yeah, we'll go over this way. See if he attacks. He might go after, do a siege instead. We'll just have to see what he does. He could go anywhere. Could try and siege this province back down. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. It does look like he's either going to that province or he's going to go attack the army that's in Paris. They're splitting up. Okay, that's pretty foolish. That's incredibly foolish. So which one do we want to battle? If we battle the smaller army, it'll be easier win, but we leave this larger army to go attack these guys, so that wouldn't be wise. I think we should instead come over this way here. Oh, now they're going to go to the same province. And one of the agents left our scheme. Alright, what's fine, we still have good odds there. Alright, so what do we get here? Oh, we can marry. Excellent. And we got another agent. I think maybe that mare died. Okay, this is not the marriage with the Duchess. This is the marriage between our daughter, the fornicating daughter, who has 2 bastard children, and the King of Leon, who he helped in his war. So it is a matrilineal marriage. Of course, that means that all the children will be of our dynasty. Let's go and send that proposal off, and then we have our alliance there. And hopefully he's able to conquer his neighbors. We'll continue helping him in any wars, try and ensure that he wins in those wars against his brother, which I assume is going to happen. Alright, so a lot of maneuvering right now. We're at 21% of the war score here. If they go after them, that would be the best thing to happen for us. I don't really feel like we want to fight them unless we know we can win, which I don't think we could win that battle. Especially not if we fight in the forest. So it does seem like they're going to go after Paris here. And I think that would likely be desirable. We're about to take Paris now. So we also need to look at, since we are short on money, we need to take a look at our dungeon. Look at our prisoners. See who all we got here. Let's see if we can make a little bit of money. We're just going to want to ransom them. Now, we could ransom them all with a mass ransom. I don't know if I've ever showed this before. You know, you have the mass actions, mass ransom, mass release, or mass execute. I don't like using those. I like doing it by the character. I don't know. I like micromanaging this. I always have. Are we getting any war score from prisoners? Probably not. That's not a very high rate. Okay, so just want to make sure that we weren't. So we will ransom off. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. We'll ransom off all these kids. We'll get a little bit of money here. Although we could force these people instead to change their religion. That's probably worth more than 10 gold. Oops. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Demand conversion. You know, we're not the most pious of people, but we're Catholic, and I'd like to see some of these French characters become Catholic again. Now, we're going to force all of these guys to convert. And I think that's better than the money. For our circumstance, anyway. And if they have 50 gold, we'll take that, though. So this is the Countess. We'll ransom her off for that 50 gold. If it's just 10 gold, though, I'd prefer to convert them. So same with this guy here. Let's take a look at this child. This is 5 gold. It doesn't have the full amount. Is this a child of... No, it's not. Maybe a grandchild? He is willing to pay the ransom. Again, it's only 5 gold, so... Yeah, we're not going to do that. We'll wait until the king has a little bit more money. Same thing here. Yeah, just can't get enough money there, and you can't force him to convert. Alright, so yeah, he's just broke. So we'll have to wait. We'll just have to wait, guys. Alright, so we've taken Paris, and now we're at 37%. I suppose we're going to want to continue these sieges. Let's go and bring this army in. He is locked, so he won't be able to leave that. And so, yeah, they're going to all accept these, of course. Alright, so they are going to attack our army there. And we did get a notable guest, a trained healer. Okay. How's her learning? It's fantastic. So, let's actually recruit her to court. It's going to be a little bit of gold that we don't really have, but that's okay. And then let's go ahead and appoint her as the court physician. So we need to get some more sieges done so we can earn some more money. So they're not going to be able to attack that army there. Yeah, they didn't arrive there quick enough. And the court physician's knowledge increased. She gained the wise woman, so now she has an even higher learning ability. Excellent. Alright, so we've got a good court physician for if we ever have any health issues. And now he's just kind of stuck. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah, he's just absolutely stuck there. Are we losing supply? We are. So let's go to move to Paris. So we can support this army if they attack, and make sure we continue gaining supplies. Now, we do have an enemy army there that we're going to need to attack. Alright, so let's see how we want to go about doing this. We might need to follow them. Yeah, we need to do this attack here, where you get the bonus in the hills. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and attack once they get far enough away. We don't want... I don't know what they're doing now. Looks like they're going up this way, maybe to take that back. We would end up losing that battle. Yeah, it's just too many men. Now, it says it's even. I do expect we'd lose that, though. Queen Constance was killed during a siege of it's a populist uprising. So this is the queen here in Denmark. Of course, their son is now of age. The question is, will he inherit the Kingdom of Denmark? As of right now, he's just set to inherit a bunch of counties. Quite a few titles, actually, so he's going to be pretty powerful. But he's not set to be the king. Which, remember, he is of our dynasty. But yeah, he's not right now set to be the king. Let's take a look and see how that election is going here. It looks like he's not even in the running up for it. Instead, a countess is going to be voted in. Okay, that's strange. Who is this countess anyway? Alright, well, she's a granddaughter of the former king of Denmark. Still very odd that they're going to vote for her over that other character. Maybe just because he's so young. But he's not a child anymore, so yeah, it's interesting. I'm not entirely sure why that is. So we are losing money here. Yeah, we need them to attack us in a desirable location. Let's just go back to Paris, I suppose, since these guys are all on the move. We did finish up this siege, so now we're at 44%. So let's go ahead and conquer somewhere else, attack somewhere else. Though I really want to engage in a battle here, which we would need all of our armies to do this. So you know what? Let's not do any more sieges. Let's stop this roving army. We need to deal with it. So instead of having him go there, all right, well, he's already going there. Alright, so let's go ahead and go on the move and try and engage this army here. We're going to chase them down. We're not going to do the siege and chase these characters down. Alright, we got the Hunter's Lodge constructed. Excellent. I was going to go build something else, forgetting that we're completely broke right now. Can we get these guys engaged here? We cannot. Alright, so we'll try and get a desirable battle. Okay, this is the way we'll do it. We're going to go here and here. So there's no way that they can avoid this battle. They're going to have to do it. Oh, we're going to do 2 separate battles. Well, that's not good. Alright, so he's already locked to that. We're going to let that guy leave. We don't want to fight him like that. We'll go here, and then that way we don't have to fight them. Yeah, I think this is the best way to do it, and then we'll only fight that one army there. Now, if he decides to come and help out, then we'll send the other army in. I don't think it's going to be necessary, though. We look pretty good right here. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I suppose we could help. Yeah, they might actually go after us there. So let's just go in there and help out so we can have better, better odds here. Especially because they're now sending that 2,600 men in. They are now in debt. I'm guessing they probably hired some mercenaries. We have a fantastic advantage. We're doing insane damage here to their troops. And overall, this is going to be a very favorable battle worth a lot of war score. 26% war score, not bad at all. We only lost 387. They lost almost 3,000 men, so very, very favorable battle. Yeah, very good. The light horsemen did great. I'm imagining, yeah, that a lot of those were in the pursuit. 527 for the light horsemen, 235 for the light footmen. There's quite a few in the pursuit. A lot of those deaths were. And just looking at our other... Yeah, they did okay. Let's take a look at the knights. Earl Hugh got 64 kills. Let's take a look at the events. See how everybody did. This guy maimed him. Of course, that is the Earl Baldwin. Let's see if anybody killed anybody. The Duke here. This is the Duke of East Anglia. Remember, he is married to our sister. And their children, if they ever have any, which they have not yet, would be of our dynasty. So he did get some kills here. 2 kills. Good job, man. And then Earl Walter also killed a character, older character. Okay, excellent. So, very, very good. I got 26% there. And so now we're at 74%. And most importantly, we have ended this this problem here of having to chase this army down consistently. So we need to take that one back. Let me just take a look and see how we want to do this. I want to take that back, but yeah, I guess what we're going to do here is let's just change this up. We're going to have him go into their lands and go after this one here. Separating these guys might be dangerous. I don't know. He is going to retreat kind of far. And he'll retreat off over to here somewhere. So it'll take him a while to come back. And by that point, maybe we'll have both of these sieges done. We need to take that one back. Earl Baldwin died. What was that, from his injuries in that battle? Oh no, complications related to obesity. Okay. So Earl Baldwin has passed, and that means we have an open council slot. We'll take a look. We should have took a look actually at who his heir was. Oh, wait a minute. Who took over this? His lands here. It wasn't the queen. Oh, it must have been this guy. Yeah. Okay, so it was his son here. So it seems from crusading, which we saw he was a crusader knight, the old Earl of Bedford got his daughter onto the throne of Syria. So he must have done a pretty dang good job here. Although, here it is. Here's Syria. I think, right there. There it is. There's the Kingdom of Syria. It's one province. Alright, yeah, this is all Byzantine territory. It looks like they're actually on the expansion right now. Yeah, they're expanding. They're expanding into the Balkans as well as expanding into Syria here. Okay, interesting. But anyway, point is, she's the queen of that one county kingdom. Very interesting. So he is the brother of a queen. Maybe he should be treated as such. But he does have the 2 counties. Oh, these are the 2 counties that we want. Yes, I did forget about that I want those counties. Okay, let's go and appoint somebody here. And it doesn't look like he is the new powerful vassal, although it hasn't updated yet, so we might need to wait for a second. Let's give it a couple days, maybe see if it needs to update. Sometimes it doesn't do so immediately. Because there should be another powerful vassal. Now, that person who is supposed to be the powerful vassal might be a child. and that's the reason why they haven't updated it. Well, that guy sucks. At Marshall, do we have anybody who's actually good at Marshall? We don't. Alright, well, I'm not going to put Duke William in here. I know he's unhappy with us. And he's a powerful vassal, too. I mean, he's got the Duchy of Normandy. He's a drunkard as well. But you know what, guys? We are not going to appoint him. He's just too garbage. I almost want to go ahead and put Earl Hugh in power. Earl Hugh, he needs more titles so that he could be a powerful vassal, because he's pretty darn good. But do we want to piss him off? Maybe we should put the giant in charge. You know what? Let's put the giant in charge. Although, if we were going to give him lands, then that would piss him off when I took it from him. Huh. Okay, maybe we should just place somebody we don't care about pissing off. Like the Reeve here. Yeah, we'll just place him in charge until the situation changes, I guess. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. He's not the best of marshals, but he'll do his job. Good enough. So as far as getting these sieges done, we got 6 months here. We have 38 days there. It almost seems like they disbanded the army. Yeah, they're probably disbanding them to bring them back up. They're going to come over here to attack. We'll have to see how we do. We are in debt, so that's going to hurt us in battles. Yeah, that's definitely a problem, guys. Yeah, it's a major issue. And one of our prisoners died. We never did finish up dealing with the prisoners because we were waiting to see if he got any money, which he does not. He's in debt too, so there is that. Yeah, we need to get out of this problem here. We need to get this war won. That's what we really need. Getting these sieges done will help. We won't get any money from that one. I don't know which way they're going, but it does seem like that siege will be done before they get there. Yeah, we are definitely deep in debt now. And so we are having some penalties from that. That's not good. We did finish up the siege, though. Got us up to 78%, and apparently we need to put another commander in charge here. So let's go ahead and do so. And so let's just see what we have available. I almost want to go ahead and do the military engineer, the Reeve here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put him in charge so that we can do the sieges even quicker than we've been doing them. Where do we want to siege next? Again, we got to try and avoid battle. We should probably try and keep our armies close together, too. I suppose we'll go after this location right here. Now, that might be a bit risky. Yeah, let's go this way. I don't know if he'll attack us. He would win unless we are in a hill province. Even in a hill province, he could actually potentially win. I'll have to see what he's doing. Now, Brittany... See, what's going on over here? Is Brittany in another conflict? That's the only thing I can assume. Is that they have a second conflict here. Yes. Okay, so that's unfortunate. They're going after this county here, which is actually taking it away from us in a way, because remember, this is a marriage we're going to be having. I wonder if I can force him to end his war. Probably not. Probably not going to be able to force this because it's not a vassal war. Now, we have the stop vassal war, but that might be for a different... Yeah, this really shouldn't be considered a vassal war, because usually vassal wars are between two different vassals. And that is not the case here. But that's the only war he's got, and we do have the option to force him to stop it. And this is not desirable, man. He might not be willing to do it, though. We'll see, though. We'll see what he says. But I don't want him taking that territory. That's overall negative for us. Okay, so they're coming over to here. He defied us. And so now we had to lose some prestige and we're in the negative. Yeah, we're having some rough times, guys. Not really surprising. You know, when you first take over, it's a bit rough. So that's unfortunate. That does mean that the Duke of Normandy is going to be getting that. And the French have brought in a new ally, it seems. Okay, no, it looks like the king died. All right, so he died of gout. Okay, so we now have a new French king here. Doesn't seem that it was his son. Okay, it must be like a grandson, maybe? Maybe not. Okay, interesting. I'm not seeing how King Hugh is related to this guy. Is he even of the same dynasty? He's of the same dynasty. Alright, maybe I'm just missing it. But I'm not seeing how he's related here. Oh, okay, so he was the old king's nephew. Got it. Not entirely sure why the nephew succeeded rather than one of his children, but we are at 100% now, so we can now enforce our demands. And... hold up. Oh, okay, we can't enforce it, that's right. This is not our war. This is her war, her defensive conflict, and she has one, and this should result her paying, her getting some money from him. But what do we gain? That's what we want to know here. We get a little bit of prestige, not much, but we're going to get a good opinion with her. Which, remember, this is our future wife, so it's good that she likes us. And let's go and disband our armies. We're no longer in conflict. Okay, so we're still trying to get the claim here. There's not really anything else we could do besides usurping the principality here, but we're in debt. So we're going to need to spend a little bit of time at peace to fix our financial issues. It does look like the duchess is going to lose here, or the petty queen, I should say. And so she'll lose this title right here. Very unfortunate. Damn Duke of Normandy. I think I kind of have this feeling like he's going to be a problem for us now. Remember, that's our cousin as well. And she did lose the conflict. All right, so this is our brother coming to us, the Prince Richard II. I've come to discover a most appalling truth about Duke Aaron. Duke Aaron is the Duke of Cornwall here. Though I loathe bringing this matter to your attention, I must inform you that this man is keeping secrets of the most alarming kind from you. Yeah, this is definitely something we would want to know. Of course, that does decrease our opinion with Duke Aaron. Oh, that's fine. He's not a counselor or anything. He's the chancellor. All right, well, we're going to say, your concern is deeply appreciated, Richard. Let's find out what the secret is. That he's a non-believer. Well, we can go in and blackmail him. That further decreases opinion with us. Let me take a look at his feudal contract. Yeah, he's got a regular feudal contract. I feel like that's not going to work for us. We need to do something about this, guys. So let's go ahead and blackmail him. There's nothing that would stop us from blackmailing, right? Let me just double check on our, all of our traits again. Temperate, patient, gregarious. Yeah, there's really no reason. Patient probably isn't going to have a lot of effect on our playthrough, other than maybe in some event choices. I mean, we're already pretty patient. Somebody had commented about, that we're not really conquering that much. I don't expand really rapidly in these roleplay series. I feel like it's more fitting to expand a little bit slower. In addition to that, even when I play normally, I probably expand a little bit slower than some like real high level players, simply because I find myself getting very bored once I get too large. Once I grow this big old kingdom, then I find myself really bored. And, if you got like an army of 30,000 men that can just stomp all over every country that you face, to me that's not very fun or challenging. So I do expand a little bit slower. So we're already kind of patient just as a player. And add gregarious wouldn't have any effect here either. You just like spending time with people. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have any a lot of effects when it comes to what we do intrigue-wise. So unless you have a different opinion of that, then let me know down in the comments below. Because I love hearing your guys' interpretation of it. Because, we all interpret, these traits a little bit different. And sometimes I don't think of certain factors. So just let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I don't see anything that would stop us from blackmailing this guy. So let's go and do that. Again, we're further decreasing our opinion with them. So that's probably not good. But, is what it is, guys. I don't think there's anything else waiting on. Okay, so now that we have the blackmail here and the hook, let's go and use that to modify his feudal contract. We'll see if we can get a good amount of money. We actually could. I think we're going to do the feudal levies, though. Yeah, we could use the money, but let's do the levies. So we're going to use our hook, of course, and modify that. Excellent. So he's going to be irritated, as you'd expect, because we did that. Now, as far as factions go, let's just take a look, see if there are any factions. Yes, there's a Liberty faction, and the members of it are 2 counts. The Countess here, and then, of course, the damn Earl Hugh, man. We've been having trouble with him for a little while. Look at that nasty scar he's got on him. Yeah, he got injured. Wounded probably in one of these more recent battles. He's a legendary blade master. He's been fighting with us for a long, long time. Fighting for us, I should say. En route. So this is the Countess. Remember, we're trying to murder her because she killed the love of her life. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of Earl Petre's castle. Should anything go wrong? That could be, I don't know. That could be a weird way to spend like Petre. Yeah, I don't know. But a detailed map of the local plains with all its hidden paths and caves could be an invaluable resource. So if we pay this, then we get the mapped surroundings. We already have a very good chance of secrecy and success, so I kind of feel like this is unnecessary. In fact, it could end up decreasing the secrecy We could explore the plains ourselves, and we'll get the same map surroundings, but we might gain stress. Or we can abandon the idea. I think we'd probably just abandon it because it's unnecessary. I'm not trying to... We could speed it up a little bit again, but we're patient, though, so we don't really need to speed it up. I mean, it's only a month away anyways. We have finished up the Tower of London. Excellent. Alright, so we got this special building here. We already looked at the effects, but hover over them real quick just in case you want to see them again. But yeah, some great bonuses, and that's where all of our prisoners are going to be going. Not in the game, really, but that's, you know, technically where all of our prisoners would be getting sent. Also, we got a nice little bonus here from our marshal. Excellent. Alright, accosted. My agents have scheduled a journey for Countess Hareswith. Again, I might be pronouncing that wrong. Some of these names are challenging, man. For me, at least. Which will take them through dark woods. All that is missing is a band of thugs that will tragically slay them in the highway robbery gone wrong. I can already imagine blood seeping into the dark soil. So we're, of course, going to execute this now. The thugs did their job, and she is no more. As the travel party stopped, what we need to know is if they were caught. The bandits are now hunted by all, and no one even suspects my involvement. Excellent. So this went perfectly well. We killed her, and that's what she deserves. Alright, so this is the new Countess, 17 years old here. She doesn't like us, unfortunately. That's okay. Alright, so what do we need to do now? I guess we're just getting ready to declare war, which we just got the claim for. We are broke, so we'll have to wait to do it until we get our money situation fixed. But once we do, we'll declare war. So we'll just wait a little bit, keeps us on speed 4. And we are now married to the Duchess. Excellent. So now we have a wife that we can put into a position. We also don't have to, hopefully shouldn't have to worry about him attacking here anymore. I don't know, I guess we'll see. But hopefully he'll leave her alone. We could, of course, contact him and see if we can demand a title. We could revoke a title from him, of course, or retract a vassal, which would be the preferable route to go if he gave this land away, which he did. Now, I don't know... Oh, yeah, this would result in us getting all this territory here. Alright, so we won't do anything here, guys. We'll just wait. But the thing of note here is that Duke William is getting fairly powerful. He has built a little bit of a pretty strong realm here now with the extra county, because he's already one of our more powerful vassals, and we do not have him on our council, so that's going to be a problem. But yeah, we have the Duchess here. She absolutely loves us, which is fantastic, and again, that's because we contributed with the war. Makes it more likely that we'll have children with her. She's a flamboyant trickster, so she has a little bit of intrigue, but overall her skills aren't anything impressive. Of course, we didn't marry her for that purpose, but yeah, she's just okay. Apparently, we have to wait a second to put her into the position here. Oh, okay, that's right. When you're married to a ruler, a landed character, you don't get the spouse thing. Yeah, I didn't even think about that fact. So that's a little bit of a negative, but it's fine. It's worth the extra lands here. We're getting all those buildings constructed. We don't have the money to build new ones, of course. But we have a wedding celebration. With my marriage to Queen... Adok? We need to know how to pronounce that, so if you guys can correct me, maybe I'll look it up as well if nobody posts anything. We need to know how to pronounce the name of our wife, though. You can't be constantly mispronouncing your wife's name. But the realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration, which you know King Adam wants to do this, being a gregarious character. Although, of course, he is temperate as well, so he does like things in moderation. But it is well within my right to collect a royal aid duty as part of this, but some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during a time of jubilation. So we can say, of course I will collect it. Who pays for their own wedding? Or I'll let my subjects enjoy their festivities without worry or care. I feel like we'd let our subjects enjoy the festivities. I know we need the money. We definitely need the money for this war. We'll just have to wait, guys. We'll do this one. I think that's the most suitable one for our character. And it does make it quicker for us to get the distinguished, so we can get that secular opinion and the +1 knights. So there is that advantage as well. Alright, so yeah, we're just waiting now. Just waiting for some money. We need a good little chunk of it. I know it's going to be a quick war. And we were able to sway the Archbishop, which is fantastic. Man, you keep seeing issues in this, with this part of our family here. This guy is consistently being imprisoned. I feel bad for him. His parents are doing a terrible job. Princess Cecilia. That's the only kid that they had together too. And of course, this is the Duke of Tuscany, and he's in prison as well. What is this war over? Let's just take a look. Oh, damn it! I think he's gonna lose the Duchy of Tuscany. That's what it seems like. That's really unfortunate. Yep. All right, but that's a shame. That's a real shame, guys. He'll still keep some lands, but yeah, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose the Duchy of Tuscany, which is this area here. So any counties he has there, he'll lose. He'll still be relatively powerful, I suppose, but yeah, that's very unfortunate. So, you know, we got our family down there, but it just hasn't gone very well. Of course, you know, we have no control over that matter. All right, so just get a little bit more money here. I think there's something else I was going to do. Maybe stop swaying this guy. Do we want to keep swaying him? Let's just take a look and see how much money we're getting from him. We have a 57 opinion with him. Getting good money, good levies from him. I suppose the question is, what are the chances of succeeding? 58% chance. Why not? Let's do it one more time, guys. Pope has been taken prisoner. Sorry about that loud bang. That was one of my kids, I think. They are all home from school. They would be home from school right now anyways. Obviously, I'm recording this on Saturday, but both of my kids' classes have been put on quarantine because of COVID. And you know what? I don't even know why they bothered starting school. It didn't make any damn sense. Because they started school with a policy of, if any kid shows any symptoms, like COVID-like symptoms, then they quarantine the whole class for 2 weeks. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, again, I felt like it was safe for kids to go to school. I think they should have gone to school. But with a policy like that, what's the point? Like, I don't know if any of you guys have kids, but if you have had kids, especially younger kids, they get sick all year long. My son, I mean, he's sick almost every year, all through fall. Like, he spends almost the entire autumn with a little bit of a cold, you know, snuffles and coughing and a runny nose. So it just doesn't make any sense, man, why they did that. But yeah, my kids are home now for the next 2 weeks. I'm expecting them to be home for the rest of the semester, though, because there's no way that they'll ever go to school with that policy. Because it's just COVID-like symptoms. It's not even, they don't even have to test positive for COVID, and they quarantine the entire class. So it's just a really strange policy, because with that policy, you know, because in these elementary schools, there's always a sick kid. There's probably at least one sick kid in every class at all times, because it's just the nature of those schools, which are like cesspools of disease. So yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, it just means that they're always going to be home when I record now. Unfortunately, I usually try and record at least one of the videos. If I have to record two, I try and record one of them while they're in school. But yeah, won't be able to do that anymore since they won't be in school for the next 2 weeks at least. So we've got the compliments event here. We've seen this before, and we have to pick which one we want to do. We could compliment him on his youthful vigor. He's irritable and wrathful. I don't know if he would like this or if we're just going to get an opinion penalty. We'll do it though. Our character seems like the type who would just be giving out compliments. And he has left the prison, which of course this is likely because his father is no longer the Duke. Yeah, he's just a count here. And you can see he did lose several of his titles. He still has a few. He has five counties remaining, but much weaker overall. So yeah, very unfortunate that the events went down that way. So we are ready to declare war here, and that's what we're going to do, even though we won't be able to fight this out. But yeah, we're going to declare war for our claim here. I think, yeah, we just have the one claim. And we probably won't pull in any of our vassals. I don't think that'll be necessary. He does have a larger army, though. A little bit larger than what we're used to. One fighting the Welsh. So it will be a little bit more of a actual contest. Of course, we vastly outnumber him. But yeah, let's go and raise our armies up. Well, you know what? Before we do that, we should probably move the rally point. Let's go and move the rally point over to here and raise our armies up. So we won't be able to do this battle this episode, guys. The battle against the Welsh here will have to happen next episode. And again, this is just for a county as well. We're kind of having to do this county by county, so it's been kind of a slow process. But yeah, we'll be taking that county over. We will have to give out one of our holdings if we take that, because we would be over the limit. But yeah, we'll take over this county, and then you know, from there we'll have to get ourselves another claim. Now with this one here, this is all under this principality, so what we need to do is just usurp that with the 250, and then we can take both of these, I believe, in the same shot. Yeah, we should be able to take over all that. We can maybe even offer him vassalation, though I don't know that he would accept that. Probably not. I don't even see the option here right this moment. But yeah, he probably wouldn't accept it any damn way. So what we'll have to do, let me just see if it's because he's not. Oh, okay, I see. He's already a vassal of this guy. All right, well that's actually unfortunate because that means we wouldn't be able to do the war next. Okay, I didn't realize that. Because yeah, we'll have a truce with him. So this will be the only war we can do in Wales for a while. So we'll have to go after Scotland after this conflict, I suppose. Either Scotland or Ireland or France. We have a truce with France as well. So although we might not have a truce, yeah, because they didn't attack us, they attacked Brittany. So those were our choices after Wales. We can either go into France, Scotland, or Ireland. Be our choice. I think Scotland would make the most sense. So we'll be doing that next episode after the war with the Welsh. And yeah, we're a new character, Prince Adam here. Very, very different character from our former one. I think this is going to be a good king, man. I have that feeling like he's going to be one of those kings that history kindly remembers. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And remember that next episode will not be until Tuesday. We will not have a Monday episode. I meant to mention that in the beginning of this video, but I did forget. But yeah, we will not have a Monday episode, so I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.